Hey, everyone. Have you ever heard that saying, trust your gut?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like you get a gut feeling about something.
Yeah.
Well, what if your gut was actually kind of like a second brain?
Hmm.
Like it's making decisions and influencing your mood and all that.
Interesting.
It's an idea that's gotten really popular lately.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Everyone's talking about the connection between the gut and the brain.
It's a hot topic.
So we've got this scientific paper here that really digs into this whole concept, and I'm
Okay.
really excited to unpack it with you and everyone listening.
Me too, yeah.
It'd be great to separate fact from fiction, you know?
For sure. Always got to look at the evidence.
Exactly. So are we really walking around with two brains?
Right.
What does the science actually say about this whole second brain thing?
Well, to start, we got to understand the enteric nervous system,
Okay.
or ENS for short.
ENS, got it.
It's this really intricate network of neurons in our gut, like a mini nervous system, just for our digestive system.
So it's like running the show down there, huh?
I buy.
Even when we're not thinking about it.
Yep,
That's wild.
it really is.
So what's it doing down there?
I mean, it's controlling everything.
Okay.
From the muscle contractions that move food through our intestines,
Uh-huh.
peristalsis,
Right, peristalsis.
to the release of enzymes that help break down the food we eat.
Oh, wow.
It's a pretty sophisticated system.
So that's amazing, but does that make it an actual brain?
That's where the metaphor gets a little tricky. You see, while the ENS is super complex and can function on its own, it doesn't have all the same capabilities as our brain up top.
I see.
It can't think or feel emotions or form memories in the way that our brain does.
Okay.
All those higher level functions are handled by the central nervous system.
So no deep thinking happening down in the gut.
Not quite, no.
So if it's not really a brain, what's the deal with this gut-brain connection?
Right?
It definitely feels like there's something going on.
Oh, absolutely. And that's where the gut-brain axis comes in. Think of it like a two-way communication highway.
Between the gut and the brain.
Exactly.
I like that. A highway of signals.
Yeah.
What kind of signals are we talking about here?
Well, we're talking hormones, immune cells, even neural signals, all traveling back and forth.
Wow.
And these signals, they're linked to all sorts of things.
Like go on.
Like our stress levels, how anxious we feel,
Oh, interesting.
even our mood in general.
So my gut is talking to my brain about my feelings.
In a way, yes.
But wait, did that mean like a troubled gut causes anxiety? Or could it be the other way around?
That's the big question.
Yeah.
And one that researchers are still trying to figure out.
Right.
Just because there's a connection doesn't mean it's a simple cause and effect.
True.
It could be anxiety leading to changes in the gut, or maybe something else entirely.
Like stress from work or relationships.
Exactly. Something affecting both our gut and mental state.
It's complicated.
It is like a big puzzle with a lot of pieces.
And how do scientists even start to untangle all that?
Well, a lot of the research has been done on animals,
Okay.
particularly mice.
Nice. Got it.
We've learned a lot from these studies, but mice aren't humans.
Right. We're not just giant mice.
Exactly. So there are some challenges in applying those findings directly to us.
So what makes it so trying to translate those results to humans?
Well, for one thing, a lot of mouse studies are done on germ-free mice.
Germ-free mice.
Yeah, they're raised in completely sterile environments.
Wow.
No bacteria in their guts at all.
So they're not like us at all.
Not really, no. I mean, the human microbiome is incredibly diverse.
That's true. Our guts are full of trillions of bacteria.
Exactly, a whole ecosystem down there.
Yeah, so that makes it hard to compare.
It does, yeah, especially with those germ-free mice.
What about human studies?
They have their own challenges, too.
Like what?
Well, you have things like small sample sizes
Huh.
and different research methods being used. And it's really hard to control for all the factors.
What kind of factors?
I'm talking diet, lifestyle, even genetics.
It all plays a role.
It does, so it makes it tough to draw firm conclusions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really complex puzzle.
Right.
And speaking of puzzles,
Okay.
one of the most hyped up pieces of this whole gut-brain connection is the microbiome.
Oh, the microbiome.
Yeah, you see headlines everywhere about how gut bacteria can boost your mood, improve your brain function.
I've seen those.
It's like
our gut bacteria are controlling us.
yeah, like they're pulling the strings.
Right. But is it really that powerful?
Well, it definitely plays a role in digestion.
Of course.
But when it comes to all these other claims,
About mood and immunity?
yeah, all of that, I think we need to be a bit skeptical.
So not all microbiome hype is accurate.
Exactly. We need to look at the evidence.
What does the evidence say?
Well, we know that bacteria in our gut produce metabolites.
Metabolites, okay.
Things like short-chain fatty acids.
Short-chain fatty acids.
Yeah, and these compounds can interact with our nervous system.
So they can actually affect our brain.
Potentially, yes, but there's a catch.
Okay, I'm listening.
They have to actually reach the brain.
To have an effect.
Right.
So what's stopping them?
There's this thing called the blood-brain barrier.
The blood-brain barrier.
It's like a filter controlling what gets into the brain.
So it's protecting the brain.
Exactly. But it also means those gut-derived metabolites, they face a big obstacle.
So it's not a direct connection.
Not quite.
From gut to brain.
It's more complicated than that.
Okay, so the blood-brain barrier is one hurdle.
Right.
What else do we need to consider?
Well, sometimes changes in the microbiome are actually a result of things like stress.
Oh, interesting.
Not the cause.
So it's like the stress causes the changes in the gut.
It could be. Yeah.
Not the other way around.
Exactly. It's hard to tell what comes first.
A real chicken and egg situation.
I know. It is, and that's why organizations like the AGA, they're urging caution.
About what?
About all the hype surrounding the gut-brain connection.
So they're saying, hold on, we need more research.
Exactly. We need more evidence.
Before we make big claims.
Right, before we say the gut controls the brain.
Makes sense.
It's important to be critical of the information out there.
Yeah, like not just believing everything we read.
Exactly. Be an informed consumer.
So what does all this mean for our listeners?
Well, it doesn't mean you should ignore your gut health.
Okay, good.
Taking care of your gut is still really important.
For our overall health.
Absolutely.
So we're not saying to just forget about our gut.
No, not at all.
But we are saying to be critical.
Yes. Think critically about what you hear.
And make decisions based on evidence.
Exactly.
Not hype.
Right.
Okay, that's helpful.
And remember, even though the second brain idea might be oversimplified, research is showing that the gut microbiome does play a role in mood regulation.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, there's a real connection there.
Even if it's not as simple as a second brain.
Exactly.
So our gut health can really impact our mental well-being.
It can. That's pretty amazing.
It is, yeah. So if the gut isn't our second brain, what's a better way to think about it?
That's a good question.
It's more than just a one-way street.
Right. It's not just the gut controlling the brain.
No, it's a two-way communication.
Okay.
Maybe we should think of it like a partnership.
A partnership. I like that.
Yeah, the gut and brain working together.
Both sides have a say.
Exactly. And like any good partnership, it needs care and attention.
What do you mean?
Well, you got to listen to your body.
Okay.
Pay attention to your gut health.
Right.
And seek out evidence-based information.
To keep that partnership strong.
Exactly.
So it's not about controlling our gut bacteria.
Wow.
With the latest fad diet or something.
It's about working with our bodies.
Understanding the gut.
Yeah.
And finding ways to promote overall well-being.
That's the goal. Wow, this has been such a fascinating conversation.
I know, right?
It's so easy to get caught up in all the hype.
Yeah, definitely.
But I feel like we've really cut through the noise today.
Absolutely.
And gotten a much clearer picture of the gut-brain connection.
It's all about the science.
Exactly. And the science is still evolving.
Oh, for sure.
There's so much more to learn.
Every day there are new discoveries.
So our understanding is only going to grow.
Absolutely.
That's pretty exciting.
It really is.
So we debunked the myth of the second brain.
Yeah.
But we also learned that the gut-brain axis, it's a real thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's super complex.
Incredibly complex.
With big implications for our well-being.
Both physical and mental.
It makes you wonder, though.
What's that?
If second brain isn't the right metaphor.
Right.
What is?
That's a good question.
What really captures that connection between the gut and the brain?
What image comes to mind?
Well, I don't know, maybe instead of a second brain, it's more like a symphony.
A symphony, okay.
With the gut and brain playing different instruments.
I like that.
But working together to create this beautiful, harmonious sound.
That's a good one.
Or maybe like a complex dance.
Again.
Where the gut and brain are constantly moving.
Yeah.
Adapting in sync with each other.
Both great analogies.
I think it's about finding the metaphor.
Yeah.
That works for you.
That resonates with you personally.
But what matters most is that we stay curious.
Right.
Keep learning and listening to our bodies.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So to all our listeners out there.
Yeah.
Keep asking questions.
Stay curious.
Be open to new discoveries.
Exactly.
And keep exploring this amazing connection.
The gut-brain connection.
Between the gut and the brain.
It's a fascinating world down there.
And remember, even though the science is still unfolding, You have the power to take care of that connection right now.
That's right.
Pay attention to your gut health.
Listen to your body.
Make choices that support your well-being.
It's all connected.
This has been such a thought-provoking deep dive.
It has.
Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. It's been great talking about this.
Until next time, everyone.
Stay curious and keep exploring.